Is an insurance rate hike coming your way? Big health plans are seeking hefty premium increases for individual plans sold through insurance exchanges in more than a dozen states. In some states, the rates could spike by 20% or more. Here with details is Wall Street Journal reporter Louise Radnofsky from our Washington bureau. Louise, thanks for joining us. This information is based on filings to regulators, so these raises may not go through, correct?
Right. These are what the insurers are proposing. It gives you a very vivid indicator of what they're thinking. The insurance commissioner still has to approve it in many states before it can go into effect.
All right, so now we have a graphic illustrating the average proposed hikes in some states. In Arkansas and Florida, for instance, insurers are seeking a 14% increase, while Humana in Georgia is asking for an average of a 65% hike. Plans in Pennsylvania and New Mexico asking for 30% increases. Why is there such a broad range in these proposed increases?
Well, state insurance markets vary, and different insurers were in different places to start with and how much they were charging people. So to some extent, the proposed increases reflect that. But the other thing is that insurers have had different experiences under the Affordable Care Act. A few of them have figured out a way to make it profitable. Many of them have sustained big losses. And in some ways, you can look at the average rate increase being requested as a sign of exactly how tough the market out there appears to an insurer.
Now, what is at the core of the losses here? Are not enough healthy people signing up and too many sick people signing up?
That's a factor that a number of insurers have cited. They say that it's cost more to cover people and pay out the medical claims of the people who enrolled. Some of that's to do with rising medical prices too, rising drug prices in particular is a factor many of them mentioned. 2017, which is the year that these prices are set to take effect, is also a really tough year for insurers for other reasons. A number of the short-term programs designed to cushion them against some of this turbulence are ending, so it's a particularly turbulent time. I guess the question for everybody is whether this bodes more difficult years or is the worst one yet.
Okay, so what are consumer groups saying about this? Is it an assumption that everyone is going to have to deal with some sort of rising insurance premium in the next year?
The consumer groups certainly want insurance commissioners to look very closely at the proposals, force them down where they can, but it's worth bearing in mind that if an insurance company has made a strong case to an insurance commissioner as to why it needs a certain amount of money to continue to pay out claims, those are often hard for commissioners to reject.
Now, does all of this seem to point to the fact that the problem is not with insurance, but the problem is with pricing? Is that being addressed?
Well, insurers have certainly struggled to figure out how to price for the huge changes that the Affordable Care Act brought to the insurance industry. At this point, insurers have to cover everybody, regardless of their medical history, at the same premium. They can limit it a little bit based on age, but that's it. And that's a big change. They're taking a long time to adjust to it.
All right, Louise Radnofsky in Washington, thank you so much for that.
Thank you.